Hey guys, it's Sprout here and welcome back to another Badlanders video. Now the other day someone gave us a bizarre challenge to try on the game and I thought I would do that this evening. So he said put frontal conflict on a sniper rifle and see how well you do. So what I've done is I've made up this nice SNP persuader here and I've put frontal conflict on it. Now I don't know how this is going to go down. I've tried to pick other ones that are more or less complementing to it, like warhead and AP modification, leg and arm damaging, because I don't think I'm going to get too many headshots. Excuse me. And it's obviously pointless me putting a proper scope on it, so I just put whatever I could find. Now I'm going to go into solo Southeast Asia professional, because obviously I can't queue normal, and it's probably going to be the most stealthiest game I've ever done in my life. Now I'm not too sure should I take an AR or not. I think I'll not take one and see how it goes. Now obviously I'm using level 2 ammo. Just need to top that gun up there. Oh, I can't. Okay, that's weird. Don't know why it only gives us 21. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. So let's get to it. Right guys, here we go, Frontal Conflict SMP Persuader, and I'll be honest with you, I had quite a fair few fights in this game. You'll find out, but I actually really enjoyed this gun for how long it lasted. Right guys, here comes the first one. I ran around in depository a bit. I decided to go towards more open ground. I figured the distance might be better. I spotted this guy at the other side of the map over there. Now, I figured I would test the accuracy of this frontal conflict. You'd see the little tiny little dot, and it's actually surprisingly extremely accurate. And I thought, Jesus Christ, killed that guy in 2 hits. This gun must be amazing. Little did I know, when I ran over here, he was naked. It was just a naked spawn. I was like, you're joking me. So the first test of the gun didn't go as well as I thought. So obviously I'm going to have to go find someone with some gear on now to really test the gun out properly. Now, my initial thought was to go into risky containment, and then I thought, if I go inside there and someone's corner camping or whatever, I'm just going to get annihilated straight away. So I ran around here for a bit, and then I decided to go into the compound a bit, see if I could see any footprints. I couldn't, so I decided... Well, I didn't really decide anything. I heard the gunshots. Over there, someone shredding the SMG. Obviously, I'm not going to push. I don't want to be too close quarter combat with this gun. So I decided to just scope the area on the outside, see if I can get an angle on this guy to shoot him from range like I did the first guy. But I don't know how these guys run so fast, if I'm honest with you, because he was gone by the time I got here. Unless, of course, it was a different person. But I looked around for a bit and I just couldn't see him. I don't know where he went. It was like he's either hiding in there or he's gone. But that's when, obviously, I gave up, turned around and saw the other guy instead. It could have been the same guy, to be quite honest with you. I'm not really sure, judging by what he was had equipped. Obviously a grenade over there inside a risky, but I'm not going there. Spot him there, start firing some shots off, but I miss every single shot. Now this tree's conveniently placed for me, so I can just sort of sit behind it and fire shots off. The only problem is a frontal conflict, you can't tell if you're aiming at the tree or if you're aiming where you're shooting, because occasionally during this firefight I did actually hit the tree. Obviously, I'll move a couple of times just in case there's a sniper watching us. I don't want to get killed by a sniper. This guy's returning fire on us. And I figured I don't use peek very often. It might be a good idea to try and use it maybe. But I'll swap positions first. Make sure I can't shoot as I'm running. Because I want to try and get an angle on this guy if he's still sitting on the corner, but he's not. He's inside the building now. Utilize the peek. Waiting for him to pop his head up, really, that's why I'm just firing shots. I'm surprised nobody interrupted this firefight, if I'm honest with you. If I heard these gunshots, especially like a DMR, firing for this long, I would have ran over to have a look to see what was going on. but nobody interrupted. Now this is a long firefight, guys, I'll be honest with you. You can see he's shooting the floor there by accident. That's just the frontal conflicts doing. Now this guy's obviously not going to leave his little hidey hole that he's in. And I'm not going to push him with this because I don't know what he's got. He's obviously just shot us with an SMG there. So it could be the guy from the apartments moments earlier. Now, what I do is, with this guy trapped in there, he doesn't know what I've got, I don't know what he's got. I'm constantly throwing my asthma at us. Actually, I quickly moved out of the way. Originally, I thought it was a stun grenade. I was quite relieved when it wasn't. So what I do is I keep changing position to try and get a better angle on him. Because of the gun I'm using, obviously. And where he is, there's lots of like little windows you can shoot through, or corridors and stuff like that. But obviously, every time I moved, he did as well. So he was a bit clever in that sense. I should have probably held this position here and waited for him to run back to the right hand side, but I didn't. He's still on the left there. Trying to get that lucky shot on him, but it's proven difficult. Obviously, I keep looking around myself, guys, just to make sure there's nobody creeping up on us. I don't want someone to take us by surprise and snipe us. There's nothing worse. Here he goes to the right hand side again. Try and get a bit closer this time, see if I can get a proper shot on him. I'm surprised none of these shots have hit yet. I just keep firing just to see if when he peeks I can get the shot in. Waiting for him to peek. He's trying to do the same as me. He's like doing a little peek and then a shoot. Gets a little shot on me there. Quite honest, I didn't expect to survive this encounter. I thought this gun build was going to be absolutely crap, but then I get a lucky break and I get a couple of shots on his head. Obviously with the WP warhead finishing him off there, so I do manage to get that kill. And I was actually surprised to find out he had the same weapon as me, which was the SMP Persuader. He did have an SMG5, but it didn't have any attachments on, so I'm assuming he just picked that up randomly. But he had the same gun as me, and I thought, well, I might as well pick it up because then I've got a scope to look around with. But obviously, I did only use the one I was using, the frontal conflict, for the remainder of the match. Now, to skip ahead a bit. Alright guys, so I've just checked the apartments, I've just ran past them there, just to make sure that SMG guy wasn't still there, but I couldn't see anybody there. Probably the one I just killed, if I'm honest, so I thought, with the clock timer ticking down now, I might as well head back towards Centre Monument, because that's where a lot of people congregate towards the end of the match, so they try and snipe each other and escape or whatever. People who are trying to escape there straight away is a bit daft, but you know. Anyway, so I figured the main place I'm going to see people coming from is of course like Depository Way, which is the hill over there, and from Risky. So I'm just sort of waiting around. I'm not so much camping. I'm just waiting for people to show themselves. But I can't see anybody as of yet. So all I'm doing is I'm not lying down, I'm not staying still, I'm looking around the area to see if I can catch anybody. So using that scope to have a look around. Just watching people coming over from the west if possible. I'm lying down here because I'll be honest with you, I was doing something without my phone in my hand. Now, let's try to run over here. I think it's after the position opens. Somebody comes from Risky Containment and he sees me as well as me seeing him. And that's where the complications begin. Right guys, so if I zoom in quickly here, if you can see him next to the green crate, but obviously I'm quite in the open here as well, so he probably saw me as well, so I figured since he ran to the left, he's probably going to try and flank us, so I thought to myself, I'll flank him instead. So obviously I ran straight over here, thinking he would use the big gap in the wall. He actually used the small gap, but I managed to get round the back of him before he managed to get us. So basically I was waiting from here, I didn't realise he was already through the gap. I heard his footsteps. Here he comes. He hasn't noticed me yet, thankfully, so get a shot on him. obviously the burden effect takes effect. He doesn't know where it's coming from, so he lies down. And then I've took him out as well. He had a pretty decent loot on him, I'll be honest with you, for what I came in with anyway. He'd obviously just been looting and figured he would come have a quick escape, maybe take me out on the way. So I was quite happy with this little haul, as you would call it. Lots of bullets and cash, and he actually had a blue SMG5 that I thought, sod it, I'm putting straight in my safe slot because I'll not use it. I might as well just keep a hold of it for another game. This is just me just swapping around like stuff I want as opposed to stuff I don't want, like ammo versus meds, because I don't need more than 5 of each really. Then once obviously I closed that, I decided to pick up all the materials. It bumps up your score at the end, doesn't it? Gives you more experience. Right, so I figured it's time to maybe just escape. Just looking around to make sure there's nobody watching. Then I noticed this guy running across, see him there? Quick couple of shots, he did not know what hit him there. And this is coming towards the end of the video, guys, and I'm quite annoyed at what happens next. I can't guarantee it's a hacker, but the way it behaved and the way it killed us on the kill cam was stupid, and especially considering where he is when he shoots us here. You know, it's just like bang. And he was up on the top of the far roof. It's one of them things where I'm just a bit annoyed by it. But anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. Look at that, he's not even here, notice. And make sure you do subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.